Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to be showing you guys the top 5 tips to improve your sniping on controller in Warzone. Let's jump right into it. Tip number 1, one of the most important tips that I'm about to give you guys. Most important thing is the accuracy of the sniper. You gotta understand something about the snipers. Most of the snipers, except the ZRG and the Swiss, all of the other snipers, if you do not hit a headshot, it is around a 3 to 5 shot kill in any other part of the body. Doesn't matter if you shoot him in the chest, doesn't matter if you shoot him in the leg. If you do not get that headshot, it's about 3 to 5 shots. Again, like I said, the ZRG and the Swiss are the only snipers that if you hit chest shots, you do about 170 to 180 damage. And later on in the video, I'm going to show you guys why those are the best loadouts. But something to keep in mind, again, very, very important, knowing that it's about 3 to 5 shots. If you don't hit your headshots, that's not a very good weapon. So you really, really have to prioritize your headshots and your accuracy, meaning that even if you have to be a little bit slower on the draw, meaning even if you have to be a little bit slower while shooting at somebody, it is very, very important that you make sure that you take your time and you hit your headshots, because that one extra headshot you get on the guy, that one extra down can change the course of the battle that you're fighting. Now, how do you increase your accuracy? One may say, well, number 1 is actually lowering your sensitivity. And I don't just mean like lowering it all the way down. I just mean like your general play style. Even if you play at a sensitivity of 6.6, 7.7, 8.8, one of the lower kinds, you still need to lower the way that you're aiming, the way that you move your analog stick left and right. You just need to be a little bit more precise with those shots and not move as crazy. Yes, sometimes if you're playing in 20 cents, it looks cool and all that, but at the end of the day, that is not going to be the best for accuracy and for getting those headshots. It may look cool that maybe somebody's shooting from behind and you 180 them and hit that lucky shot, but most of the fights, it will not help you playing in 20 cents while sniping. These are my sensitivity settings that I got right now. Let me go into controller. I got 9.9 for vertical and horizontal. Low zoom, it don't matter obviously because we're talking about a sniper, but for the ADS sensitivity multiplier, I do have it at 0.73. So it's actually a little bit higher than my ADS sensitivity multiplier. The way I work is that I keep my high zoom fairly high, talking about sensitivity, but I make my movements very precise. I'm not moving my analog stick left and right very harshly. But obviously when I'm trying to snap on somebody, then that's why I have that available, because sometimes you got to snap on people. Another thing that allowed me to increase my sensitivity and to be precise, but while still maintaining that agility and that mobility, was control freaks. Every time I'm going to talk about an aiming video, I'll always mention control freaks because really, they are a game changer. While we're in settings as well, something I want to tell you guys, another tip, is that put on your training wheels before you go out and try to be a pro. If you're not the best sniper and that's why you're watching this video, I do suggest that your aim assist, you set it to focusing. Why? Focusing is the strongest aim down slowdown while aiming down your sights. So it's a lot stronger than standard, a lot stronger than focusing, the precision, sorry. So the reason why you want to use focusing is because it gives you a lot stronger like aim slowdown when you're sniping, so that when you're practicing and when you're playing, you get adjusted. They're kind of like the training wheels, right? Because they help you a little bit more. Obviously, you know, sometimes like the aim is just like so strong that it actually messes up your aim. That's why it's not really the best to play with focusing, also because it doesn't give you any hip fire aim assist. But that's what I'm saying. If you really want to practice your aim, your sniping skills, use focusing, because they're kind of like your training wheels. Once you get used to that, then go ahead and jot it down to standard and you will be a lot better. All right, now we're going to talk about gameplay. How can you improve actually gameplay tips? So number 1 is the crouch peeking. This is something I always do and I always mention. I don't see that many people using it. I think I might have seen one enemy do it to me. And what crouch peeking means is just literally this, crouch peek enemies. And that's one of the most important things. You peek them, you shoot them. You crouch, you peek, you shoot. You crouch, you peek, you shoot. It's one of the most effective ways to snipe, and I don't see that many people utilizing it. So just make sure you use it. Very, very simple. As well, if you're on controller like we're talking about here, just use the tactical flip, and that'll allow you to crouch with your R3 button, so you can crouch while still moving your sight at the same time. Now, something that I'd like to combine and pair up with the crouch peek is the pinging. I don't usually ping because I have like a visual image, but let's say if you're starting out, let's say you got a sniper right there and you spot him, what you want to do is you just want to double ping him or single ping him, and then you crouch. Now what you do is you know exactly where he is, so you can move around this brick while already knowing where he's at, and you're maintaining your aim. Let's say he's by that tree. You got that already. Boom, you move back, you know he's by the tree. So that's just something very important that, you know, obviously not necessarily just with the crouch peeking, but just in general when you're moving through objectives, always ping somebody and you'll know exactly where he is. And that's how you can keep, like I said, I don't really use it, I just kind of keep track of it like this. Obviously it's a lot easier if you ping it, but as you can see, I can keep a fairly good track of somebody even when he's like behind an object there. That just comes with practice, but even if you want to ping again, like I said, you can go ahead and do that. Now for the last one, we're gonna go into loadouts. Number one most important thing is do not slap on your snipers variable zoom, and do not slap on your snipers extended mags. Let me tell you why. First of all, extended mags is because it just increases ADS time for absolutely no reason, right? You want to be agile with your snipers, you want to aim fast with your snipers, because that's one of the most important things, that aim down sight speed on your sniper. And you, again, if you have to use more than 5, the only one I would say is okay to use extended mags is in the ZRG, because obviously it comes with 3 bullets, so you got to put the 5 bullets. But if you're running your HDR and you need 9 bullets I'm just like, bro, if you need 9 bullets in your sniper, you better switch classes or you better get to practicing, because using 9 bullets in your sniper is not a good sign. All right, you need to drop sniping once and for all, and just really focus on getting those kills with the 5 rounds. It allows you to get an extra attachment. Obviously, again, not talking about the ZRG here, but it allows you to get an extra attachment on your gun. Now, second, why shouldn't you use variable zooms? Because the more variables you have on your sniper, the harder it is going to be to snipe somebody. So a variable zoom, when you're zooming in, it does affect the way you see your image in the distance, and it doesn't really affect the bullet drop, but it does feel like it's a different sniper because you got 2 different perspectives. So that goes to point number 3 again. Use the same sniper with the same attachments, obviously, once you find a good loadout that you like, and don't switch them up, because when you switch snipers every time, let's say you use the HDR, then the ZRG, then the Swiss, then the Kar98, and you're trying all these different ones, every single sniper's got bullet drop, every single sniper's got different bullet velocity. So when you get used to that one specific bullet velocity, one specific bullet drop, and that one specific sight, you will definitely do a lot better while you are sniping. Because at the end of the day, sometimes it's not just about what's got the best bullet velocity, it's about what sniper feels right for you. Every single sniper downs if you hit him in the head, they all do, but there's just some snipers that feel good to you, even though if others don't say are good. But pertaining on the best classes, let's jump right into them. I have one right here in the screen, and it's going to be the long range version, and it's going to be the ZRG. A ZRG, I do believe right now it's the best long range sniper in the game. Like I was mentioning, the only other sniper except the Swiss that does over 170 damage if you hit him in the chest, and obviously one shot headshot. We got the wrap suppressor, combat recon for max bullet velocity. I always run the 5 milliwatt laser sight around my snipers because it gives you aim down sight speed time and aiming stability. 5-round mag, and the serpent wrap, again talking about the aim down sight time. Next one, if you want to go a little bit more aggressive, we got the Swiss rad here. We got the GRU suppressor, combat recon, basically the same thing. SWAT, 5 milliwatt, and instead of the ammunition, I did toss the Raider stock, giving us a little bit extra aiming speed while aiming down sight, basically. And then we got this serpent grip on this one, giving us aim down sight. And I do believe this is one of the nicest looking skins in the game. I do think the Kar98 is good, but if for somebody that maybe if you don't always hit your headshots, it's just really good that maybe sometimes you miss that headshot and you get a chest shot, and believe it's 180 damage with a Swiss. That number is crazy. That is a full 3 armor break, and you can push him and you can finish him up. Even if you had an X16, you would win that gunfight. And ladies and gentlemen, those are my top 5 tips and tricks and loadouts and everything that pertains to sniping and improving your sniping skills in controller. Let me know what you thought about it. Peace out, everybody.